So today's gonna be a little bit different of a video. So I know you guys, the ones that have been watching the channel for a while, know that they're having a lot of problems with foghorn. So this will be the last episode that you guys see foghorn out there. He's out there. There's multiple reasons, and here's the second part to all this. Cluck Norse. Hey, come on in. Welcome to my coop. I always wanted to say that.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging on till the hits coming on.
Oh boy. Good morning, everyone. And welcome back to another episode of Just Goins with It. Today we are moving the Ayam Cemani babies. We're gonna let them sit outside for a little bit in their enclosure, because we had this talk that it was pretty much mutual. I mean, they're tired of being in the house, and I'm tired of them being in the house. So they're ready to come out. Like, they need to come out and start getting acclimated to the other guys, and the other guys need to get used to knowing about them. And I'm gonna grab a couple of moving dollies, because this enclosure's, as you guys have seen, is pretty good size. So I'm gonna grab those. Where did I sit them? There, oh, right there in front of my face. You guys are wondering what it's like to have, you know, an existing flock of chickens and to get new ones, and the reactions between the two. Stick around. This is their first time seeing the outside world. I mean, they didn't even see the outside world when I brought them home. They were closed up in a box with breather holes. And I'm going to try to position that right there. I'm not going to take them in there with it on their dolly. I'm going to put them in a box. So I've got this box right here that I'm going to put them in. Don't worry, guys, they're not going to be in here long. There's breather holes even. I know. Are you ready to go see the outside world? You guys ready? If you guys are wondering, well, what makes him think they're ready to go out? I'll experiment with the heat lamp and I'll shut it off. They're to the point now where they're running around like this, whereas if they were cold, they wouldn't. They'd be bunched all together trying to stay warm. As you see, they're ready to come out. So the Foot Clan, I got that from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Foot Clan are ready to come out. I'm still going to take the heat lamp with me out there, and I'm going to put them in the shed. That's just best place for them. So I'm going to put them in here, close this box up. They won't be in here long, just so I can get this cage outside. But yeah, I need to get my house back. You guys ready to do this? This is going to be tough keeping them all in here too. No. Stay here for a minute. Stay here for a minute. Just for a minute, stay here. Come here, babies. Come here. No. You guys gotta stay in. You guys gotta stay in now. You guys gotta stay in. Right here, you're okay. You're gonna love. You guys are gonna love this. Close this up with them in here. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna get this all outside real fast, and I'll be right back. I figure I'd put them in this little, it's a live trap. but it'll allow them to get out here and get some fresh air, and I just gave them some treats, along with the older ones too. And I think I've got more than one rooster in there, because if you look at this one's comb and that one's comb, it's already getting quite big. I'm gonna keep an eye on them though. I mean, look at that comb back there. Like Willie no longer has a white belly that I've noticed, unless that's him. I'm thinking that might be Willie, but that's the only one that's distinguishable to me right now. But they're still safe. Cluck is definitely making sure that they know who's in charge. They're busy also eating their treats too. I'm trying to associate, I don't know if there's such thing or not, but I'm trying to associate the oldest ones with good things when it comes to these babies. But yeah, I think I've got more than, I might have 2 or more roosters. I don't know, because these little combs of theirs are sticking up. I think this one's a hen, if I had to guess. Now I think this one's a hen. So yeah, and they're out huddled together. You see they're fine. They're getting treats. What's up, Gemma? But these guys are getting close to the point where they're going to have to go the same route as what the other younger ones did with the older ones at some point, and there's no stopping it. But this, like I said, this allows them to get out and actually feel the grass, and find out what grass is. And, like, I mean, that one's already eating off the grass tips. These guys are trying to get the remaining treats from underneath the cage. It's probably gonna be kind of hard to hear me. I'm not real sure. It is windy. But yeah, they're safe. I mean, obviously they're nervous because they're around all the big chickens. They're like, what's these bigger versions of us? Well, see, everybody else is already, there's only a few over here now. Everybody else is heading back over by the house over there. So that's kind of good. That means they're not like too concerned at the moment, because these guys are going to go through the ringer. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. They'll go through the ringer. Oh, Gemma and Goldie's using them up for the treats. But yeah, they're definitely not as concerned as what I thought they would be, but they're inside the cage too. When these guys start running around loose, for one, they're able to fit through the 4x4 fence, sheep and goat fence, just like all these other guys did. And I'll have to do the old fun chasing them around, trying to get them back through the fence. And the big thing I'm concerned with though is them getting accepted to be in the coop, because that is the only difference between the oldest ones and the youngest ones out of these 15, is they had the downstairs in the pallet board coop to basically grow up in. These guys are going to have to pretty much grow up in the coop with the older ones, so it's going to be very, very interesting. But they are definitely looking like Ayam Cemanis. I love it. They are great. But you guys tell me, comment below if you guys think you guys see a rooster right there in front of you. Yeah, I think I've got a couple of roosters. I think this one right here. I think this one right here. And that one right here. I think both those guys are roosters. But yeah, I'm going to take them in here in a bit. I just figured I'd let them get a little bit of air. They're not cold, or else they'd be bunching up together and trying to stay warm. Actually, the one over here is checking Jaquanda out. Jaquanda and Onyx are beautiful. Yeah, you guys probably can see the turquoise. And she's got a little bit of browns around her neck, and real pretty. But of course, these guys are going to be all black and grayish, dark gray, except for Willie, which I think, like I said, I think Willie's the one. It makes sense if he had a white belly. It makes sense Willie be the one with the lighter colored beak. What's up, Rhodey? What you doing, girl? Rhodey. Hey, Rhodey. You're just not my buddy no more, are you? You don't even care anymore. It's so funny watching them walk. I'm gonna put the whole box in here. That way I can close out the lid because they will jump out and they're fast. And I really don't want the big ones chasing them down and hurting them. This is the first time they've ever met. These guys have never seen the outside world. This is the first time they've seen the sunshine, the blue skies. All right, babies. All right, babies, come on. Come on out. Just don't jump out on me. Just don't jump out on me. Just don't jump out on me. Don't jump out on me. All right, Foot Clan. There goes old Foghorn. The reaction has not went the way I exactly planned. All the girls are up here because they want Foghorn. Don't do it, dude. Now, why the girls and everybody? Come on, girls, let's go. Dude, you just straight did that, didn't you? Knock it off. Come on, girls, come on. No congregating. Now, there goes one underneath the deck again. Or they're not able to get out of the yard from under the deck. But a couple of them have figured it out. So, Penguin, she jumps on the grill right here. Up. Hello, bub. And let this camera just kind of play along, and I'll walk away. So I don't know if you guys saw anything or not. Obviously, I'll see on the playback. So I'm watching the footage of what you guys saw when I walked away, and it's definitely making me a little bit nervous. The fact that Cluck is wanting in the cage with them. He even puts his wing down, and that's not a sign of, hey, let's dance. That's a sign of dominance. He does that to the hens if he's wanting to go 50 Shades of Grey on them, as well as wanting to fight. And I keep on telling how he looks up towards the lid to see if he's able to get in there with them or not. It's kind of terrifying because he is a tough rooster. Foghorn is too, but he's tough on a different level. There's a reason why I call him Cluck Norris. Might have to make some changes, as I stated when I first got these Ayam Cemanis. It makes sense. The king of the flock, or whatever you want to call it, the leader or whatever, is the most one that comes over here and checks them out. He was definitely interested in them, wanting to know. Let's give them some food. I don't want them jumping out of the cage, and these guys right here, Cluck's right here. He is really interested. All right, Cluck. You can show your dominance here in a minute, bud. I gotta give these guys some water. Yeah, well, guys need some water. What's up, Riley, so people can see? Everybody's trying to watch. Everybody's trying to watch this. Watch out. I mean, I know you're pretty too, but people want to watch the babies. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys moved inside, get bedding down for them and everything, get them settled in. I think they've had enough of a 360 panoramic, basically exhibit on themselves. I don't want to overdo it on them. They definitely like those treats I put down for them. This is where they're gonna be staying. They're doing fine. I'm gonna go get their heat lamp and get an extension cord ready. That way, if I do feel like they're getting chilly out here, that heat lamp will be fine because it's been around 50s in the evenings and nights and everything, so they should be just fine. I want to leave these doors open for them too. That way, they're not like in the dark. Yeah, right now, I mean, they're eating and drinking. And they're chirping, so that's a good thing. Here comes the ladies. They're so funny the way they walk. And got one over here. Pups over there playing, being pups. So today's gonna be a little bit different of a video. So I know you guys, the ones that have been watching the channel for a while, know that they're having a lot of problems with foghorn. Well, he flogged me again yesterday. I was turning the garden hose on, wasn't paying no damn attention, and he came up from behind me and got me on my back. So this will be the last episode that you guys see foghorn out there. He's out there. He stays back until you don't pay no attention. It's like he pays attention when you're not paying attention. So there's multiple reasons, and here's the second part to all this. I like Cluck Norris. I like him. He doesn't flog at me. He's not aggressive when it comes to people, but he is hurting the girls. And here's one of them that he's really hurting pretty bad right here on it. So if you look, like you can see her back and her head, and I can just imagine it's probably really starting to hurt, obviously, when he keeps on doing that to her, because it's Cluck Norris that's doing it. I mean, I know it is. And when foghorn does do it, I'm sure it ain't helping none. So I gotta protect my girls. Cheeky, her back is doing it. Oh, she's right there, Specs. She gets it pretty bad. Her back, not so much, but her head. So this is gonna be the last time you guys see foghorn or Cluck. And it's not just because I mean, I don't enjoy doing this, but this is a part of farming, but obviously, you know, for the meat. But I've also got the babies too. You know, I've got the babies in there, and I'm ready to let them out. They're ready to come out. Like, they're ready to run around. Like, when these guys were little, they were about their size when they started running around the yard and doing their thing. And it's not fair that they can't come out. And the reason why that is because not only is foghorn going to be mean to them and possibly kill them, Cluck Norris, the guy saw, like, he wanted to get inside that cage with them, and it was not necessarily a good thing. I could tell, like, he will kill them, and I don't want that. So it's like, there's multiple reasons to save my hens, to protect my Ayam Cemanis, and when it comes to foghorn, I'm tired of him. I'm being aggressive towards people, and I'm about to have a grandchild, and not that the grandchild's will be running around anytime soon, but I don't want to take a chance of anybody coming on my backyard and getting attacked by foghorn. If it wasn't for Cluck with the girls, the hens, for the most part he'd be fine, but there again, the babies. So I got to do this. So there's foghorn and Cluck's over here. But I'm going to have a special little video for you guys, kind of a farewell to foghorn and a goodbye to Cluck, because I'm going to miss him. As weird as that sounds, when it comes to Foghorn being the first rooster I've had, he was kind of like, I don't know how to say it, kind of like the mascot to the farm. Like I said, it's odd to say, but I am going to miss him. And then as well, Cluck. I mean, he's a good rooster when it comes to taking care of his flock when it comes to like predators. But when it comes to the hens themselves, he's causing a lot of pain and hurt. And plus it's going to protect the babies and let them go and let them do their thing. So, all right, guys, well, enjoy the rest of the video. All right, guys, so it's been a couple hours. Babies doing good. I gave them some more treats. But yeah, they're doing really good. And I didn't mention it yet. I didn't know if anybody noticed or not. But there are only 6. The little fella, unfortunately, did not make it. I thought he was going to, but something also was telling me there was something wrong. Yeah, I'm not happy about it, obviously, but it's a part of raising, having farm animals. I mean, especially when you're dealing with babies, And like I said, this little guy was, you guys saw in the other videos, like a quarter of their size. Like he or she just would not grow. I already had a name for it. I was going to call it Webster, off the show Webster, if you guys remember that show Webster. But, yeah, so the little guy didn't make it. I said I wanted to see if anybody happened to notice. If you did, put in comments below. It does suck, because, like I said, I had 7 of them. Now there's 6 of them. But, like I said, there's not a whole lot I could do. Alright, guys, well, Foghorn's reign of terror is over. And Cluck's overly 50 Shades of Grey is over. So, ain't got to worry about a whole lot more, about the hens getting harmed by Cluck. I do hate to see Cluck go, but there again, like I said, guys, like I was trying to explain to you, is there's multiple reasons for this. I have a feeling that if I just would have did Foghorn, Cluck would have eventually have been just as aggressive. How do I say this? Like, I don't get as much relief as Cluck being gone as what I do Foghorn. Because, remember, Foghorn's the same one that is also was attacking neighbors now. And that's a liability, obviously. I mean, because I would show you, but this is YouTube. Like, getting like an up close look, like at his feet. I mean, his talons, Foghorn's huge. At any time, he could have hurt someone here in my yard as well, including me. He's gotten me a couple times. It was a long time coming. So it's probably about a good, maybe like 8 months, maybe, that I had been saying about Foghorn's demise. Yesterday, said I was leaning over to get the garden hose on, and out of nowhere, here he comes. He got me without even me I didn't even know he was coming. And he got me on my back. And a while back, he got me on my leg. That's just ridiculous. I should be able to walk in my own yard. And plus I've got a grandson on the way. Grandpa wants to carry him through the yard. I don't have to worry about Foghorn possibly accidentally getting him, instead of maybe me or something. I ain't taking that chance. Reason why I don't like having a rooster around is because predators. So, this might end up biting me. I don't know, but I feel like I did the right thing. I'm sure the girls eventually are going to start healing up, and feeling better, that they're not being basically just being attacked. By Cluck and Foghorn, but Cluck was the worst. And here's the thing is, I started noticing that he was just doing it for dominance too. Like, he wasn't always mating with the girls. You could clearly see that he was just standing, gripping their backs, and just going to town on their heads and everything. Well, I showed you guys, it was getting to their backs bald and their heads bald, like the old man, So I feel like I made the right choice. And plus, there again, out of the babies, don't forget the Ayam Cemani babies. They're going to be coming out. They're going to be coming out. And I'm going to have to do the whole deal all over again. They're going to be able to fit through the 4x4 fence. And they're going to, I already know, like, watch guys, like, they start off, if I remember right, they start off by going underneath the bushes in the far back corner, the far left back corner. There's a row of bushes right there. Well, that's where they'll seek asylum, their security area, for a little while, until they get to the point where basically they start roaming up and down the fence line, and And I explained it to the neighbor that actually had gotten, attacked by foghorn, that these babies are going to be running around here real shortly. I think what I'm going to do first, though, is while the girls are out, put the babies inside the coop and block off the door to where they can kind of give an idea of the coop, and if they can't get out of the coop because it being higher up, which I think they can, then so be it. They'll learn that, this is a safe environment for them. Maybe they'll learn that's home, where home is. So when they do make it outside, when they do finally get outside, they'll maybe know where to go, because the other ones did. Like the other ones knew to go back to the pallet board coop when that was around. Then hopefully I'll be good for the most part. So yeah, I mean, as weird as it sounds, I mean, it's like a sigh of relief, because I don't have to watch my back no more. In my own backyard, I don't have to worry about someone else getting harmed, by one of my animals. And you guys could look at it this way too. For the ones that are having trouble processing what I did, Foghorn actually was being intimidated a lot. Wasn't able to eat. I mean, he ate. I watched him, but he's always the last one to be able to eat because Cluck wouldn't let him. I mean, for those who've been following my channel for a while, or even watched previous videos, I have been talking again about Foghorn forever, because Foghorn, like I said, was kind of like the mascot of the farm. When we had found out that he was a little rooster, I was kind of excited, and watching him grow up and started crowing, and all that stuff was exciting. It's going to be weird not hearing no crowing for a little while. Comment below if you guys have had that experience or going through that experience, and if you guys are in the same boat wondering, what should I do? What should I do? This was my answer. If for you guys are like, well, I could have found him a home. Well, no. I mean, I don't want to give it a mean, aggressive rooster to somebody else for someone else's kid to get hurt, or yeah, he could have probably been put on a farm or something, sure. But his demise would have been the same. And Cluck, give him to somebody else too so he could tear their hens apart? No. Like I said, I weighed out all the pros and the cons. I did, and the biggest I kept coming up with was, because initially it was just Foghorn. I was like, you know what, Foghorn's got to go. And I was like, you know what, I can't be selfish either. I mean, these girls out here, they have to be protected too. And I can just imagine what goes on inside that coop at night. A lot of clucking after dark. No, but no, for real though, I can just imagine, even with Foghorn with Cluck, I mean, inside that coop, there's a bunch of big white feathers in that coop. And they're Foghorns, I guarantee it. From Cluck. I'm very surprised Foghorn went home every night. But I think he's probably weighing his pros and cons out. Like, well, do I want to get stuck out here with possibly Forrest the Fox getting me, or another predator, or do I take my chances and deal with it with Cluck? It's really starting to finally get nice out, and it's supposed to get up in the 80s, I believe, at the end of this week coming up. So it'd be a good time to introduce the babies to the actual outside world, to walk on grass, to be free. Anything could happen. So right now, it's just a lot of things up in the air, but 2 big problems are solved. I wanted to let you guys know, like I said I was going to do. I'm confident in what I did. I hope you guys understand and everything. I'm pretty sure I've got a pretty good following and everything. And if you guys understand and everything and like the video content, hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing. I hope you guys don't take offense to this at all. I didn't want to show anything. There's actual videos on YouTube showing the process, except for the actual killing of the chicken. I decided not to show none of that because I know there are followers, subscribers of mine that do enjoy watching the chickens, just watching them, not watching that. That's why I didn't want to show that, because I do respect the fact that it is, it's not easy for everybody to watch that kind of stuff. So anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I gotta eat myself and everything, and no, it's not gonna be Foghorn or Cluck tonight. They're in the freezer. But I love you guys. Peace out till next time. I'm out.